Hey everybody, it's Brank here again, playing some more Black Desert Online, bringing you the Part 2 guide for horses. Horse husbandry, horse leveling, all the stuff you need to know to get started in horse breeding and leveling and getting higher tiered horses. So, this part we're actually covering leveling, breeding, and skills on horses. Skills are somewhat subjective. I mean, obviously, there's certain skills you want for maybe PvP. There's certain skills you want, for transversing the world. But in general, we'll talk about some of the decent skills, some of the not so decent skills, and stuff like that. So, if you're interested, check it out. Okay, so leveling a horse. There's a few different ways you can do this. My suggestion is if you have multiple horses, which you should because you're trying to get a male and female horse so you can breed them, is you're going to want to get a wagon of some sort. There's pretty much three different types of wagons. One wagon which only has one horse, which really doesn't make any sense for this particular idea of leveling the horses. The other is a two-horse wagon, which is a farm wagon or a trade wagon. Or the merchant wagon and the noble wagon, I believe, hold 4 horses. And you can see some of the people riding by here behind me in the background with the 4-horse wagons. The 4-horse wagon is actually going to be the most efficient because when you're wearing your training uniform, which you should have your training uniform, your trainer's clothes, right? Your silver embroidered trainer's clothes, at least +1. That's going to be giving those horses an extra 10% bonus XP. When you do have 4 horses or 2 horses, it does split the XP that you're getting for those horses, but the bonus actually modifies on top of that. So it's actually a little bit better and a little bit more efficient to level up multiple horses at the same time. But you can always just level up one horse at a time, which is very simple. You're just jumping on the back of the horse, and all you're really doing, and for the most part I go AFK when I do this, is you're making an auto loop in town in some safe zone. So let's just make an auto loop from this stable master up to this stable master in Heidel. Click auto loop, and then I'm just going to hit T, and my horse is going to start automatically running. Now I can go AFK for, God, this is actually a tier 6 horse now, so I could go AFK for a very long time, and this horse would not even be leveled up that much. Unfortunately, it takes a lot longer to level up the higher tiers you get, but that's why being able to AFK and breed these horses is very important. If I had to sit here and do this, this would take a very, very long time to be able to breed these horses up, to be able to level them to breed. So that's why in the description below I have the website that I use, and basically how you use it is you punch in the tier horse that you have, and then the level that that horse is, and then click the little breed button, and it tells you what percentage chance you have of getting the other, what the breed would be of the horse. In other words, it'll be a tier 3, 4, 5, whatever, and whether it'll be a female or a male. And those values will change as you basically level that horse up. So use the website to determine, sit there and play with the numbers of what level you need to get that horse to see what the outcome could be. Obviously, everything in this game is up to random chance, or almost everything in this game is left to a lot of randomness. So you're not going to know for sure, but it's going to help you get a better idea of what level horse you need to have to breed with what level horse to see what the outcome is going to be. So I would highly, highly suggest using that website rather than just leveling every horse that you have up to 30, because sometimes, like I just leveled my tier 4 and tier 5 horse. I only needed to get the tier 5 horse to level 25 to breed with the level 30 tier 4, and then I ended up getting this tier 6 horse. So sometimes you don't have to level them all the way up to 30, and in fact it's not going to make much of a difference to level them to 30, or any difference to level them to 30. So check out that website. Make sure you use that to kind of determine what level you need to get your horse to. Other than that, that's pretty much leveling in, as far as horses. Either use a wagon to level up multiple horses at a time, or ride them singly to level that horse up. And it will level up faster if you're just riding it singly, but you're only leveling up that single horse. So just depends on what you're, kind of doing at the time. And as you can tell, there's tons of other people just in Heidel alone that are doing this same method that we're talking about here. So that's pretty much it for leveling. All right, so now that we got our leveling of our horses done, and like I said, you can use the website that I have in the description below. It's a great website for determining what level you need to get your horses to, depending on what tier they are and what you're, trying to get. So I referenced the stuff that I'm doing on that website. So I have a tier 5 horse and a tier 4 horse. The tier 4 is level 30, has 1 breedable count. It's my male. I've got a female with 1 breedable count that's level 25. This, according to the website, gives me the highest probability of getting that tier horse the female tier horse that I want. The other thing to keep in mind before you start breeding, recover both of your horses. They have to be full of stamina before you do this. So go ahead and recover your horses. Make sure that they have full stamina. So what you're going to want to do is go to the male horse, right? The blue male symbol horse. Go to register at breeding, and then you want to register it. Yes, you want to register it at the market, and then you're going to say show only me, because you don't want other people breeding your horse. You want to breed your horse. Confirm. Then you're going to go to breeding market, click on my registrations, click on your female horse. Sorry, my horse list, not my registrations. My horse list. Make sure you have your female horse selected, and then click apply, and that breeds the horses together. Oh, if I have enough money. I got to make sure I didn't only add a few silver on me. Go ahead and hit apply, hit enter, and there you go. Your horses are breeding. And now what it'll tell you on the bar is the remaining time to finish that breeding. You can hit the complete now button. It costs pearls to do that. I don't suggest it. I mean, it's only a few hours to do this. 2.5 hours is not that big of a deal. So just wait till that's done, and I'll be back in the video. All right, and we're back 2.5 hours later. Horses have bred. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stable master. What we have now is actually, well, I got 6 seconds, all right. Let's do that again. Stable. There we go. So it says complete. So what you have to do at this point is not on the male horse, obviously. On the female horse, you have to hit receive full. Now, you have to have enough space in your town's stable inventory. Right now, I'm 2 of 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I have enough room. I'm going to receive full and see what I get. Name it. Well, we'll name it something. Let's see. Oops, I hope if I spell it right. Doesn't really look like Twilight Sparkle, but I've got a tier 6 female horse. Perfect. That's actually really good. It's kind of what I was hoping for. So that's actually exactly what I wanted. So what we're going to do now is we can take this horse out and actually start training it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and train it for a few levels, and then we'll go over the skills that the horses are getting. All right, so I've been riding my horse for a little bit. I got it 1 level up, and it did get a skill. So I got her to level 2, and she ended up getting caution. So one of the things that I usually like to do is there's a website, another website I'll post in a link below. It talks about the skills, and in general, the skills that you're looking for if you want speed on your horse are sprint, instant accelerate, drift, and charge. Those are kind of the most important. And then it has a list of the kind of secondary important skills. Now, keep in mind these skills, you're not going to get them every level on your horse. The higher tier horses have, I believe, a higher chance of getting them when they level up, but they're not always going to give them when they level up. I had a tier 4 horse. One of my tier 4s had, I don't know, like 12 skills. It was kind of crazy. Whereas my other tier 4 only had like 6 or 7. So it had almost twice as many skills as the other horse. So it is random. I mean, it is going to be random. So what I would suggest is kind of figure out what you want to do with your horse. If you're going to use it in combat, obviously there's certain skills that apply more towards combat than others. Speed is generally what I'm looking for. I want a faster way from, you know, maybe one town to another, and or maybe a little bit of combat here and there. So it just depends on what kind of skills you're actually looking for on your mount. But do keep in mind, it is random, and it's going to be, you know, a little bit frustrating if you have to get a specific set of skills, because it's not always going to work out that way. I would suggest just kind of, you know, going for the tier horse you want with the speed, the acceleration, the turn, the brake, all that stuff, what you wanted at, and just kind of go from there. So the skills, like I said, I'll post a link to the website that I use to actually look up the skills, but you're going to find you're going to get what you get. There's really no way around that. Now, you can retrain those skills. That is a possibility. But again, most of the time you're going to get what you get. Even if you retrain it, you might not necessarily get what you want out of it. So I would suggest just kind of going with what you have and using those horses to then breed again, and then maybe try to get another horse with, you know, the specific skills that you're looking for. So that's pretty much it. For the guide. Hopefully this helped get everybody kind of started on their road to horse breeding and leveling, and hopefully the previous guide helped with getting that first horse. And like I said, the websites that I'll post in the description should help if you have more questions on exactly, you know, the details of the skills and how to calculate out what level you need to get to what tier horse to be able to level, you know, to what level you need to get those at to be able to breed to a certain tier. And as with everything in this game, it's all up to luck as well. There's a lot of randomness in this game. So even if you know, level it up to a certain point, you might actually get, you know, the same tier or, you know, lower tier even horse, depending on, you know, what level you get those to. So just keep in mind it's all random, and just have fun with it. I mean, it's just one of the things in this game that I've been kind of experimenting with myself, and I've been enjoying. It seems pretty fun to be able to level these horses up, breed the horses, try to, you know, get a little bit higher tier horse, or maybe with the certain skills that you want. So hopefully this helped you guys out. If you have any other questions or comments, again, always post those down below in the comment section, and if we can help, we'll go ahead and post in there. And if you enjoyed these videos, go ahead and subscribe, leave the like, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.